Welcome to DevTech 101, aka Black Mantle. As you know, we discuss information technology, also known as IT. In today's episode, I want to show you how to use the ImportHTML functionality. In the ImportHTML functionality, what that basically does is it allows you to go into an Excel spreadsheet or a Google Sheets doc, and you're able to import data from a table or a list within a range of an HTML spreadsheet. So for example, what we're going to do is pull some of the demographics of Africa from a Wikipedia page. As you can see, we have a couple of different rows of data here, whether that be the history, population methods here. So we have a sectional graph here, then we have a sectional graph as well right here that's going to show some data. And so if we didn't want to come over here and just simply highlight over this and then right click and copy, we want to just pull the information into our Google Sheets, and from there we can make the decision of what we want to do with that data. So the first thing that you want to do is there are a few things that you want to look at with the HTML functionality. Or import HTML functionality. You want to definitely put the import HTML or equals import HTML, and then you open brackets and put the URL, which is going to be the actual full website, and then you're going to put in the query, which is either the word list or table, depending on how the data is structured. Now the index is going to be, whether it's going to be like a number or some sort, but the index is going to start at 1, and it's going to indicate the table or list that you want to define from the HTML source code. So that should be returned. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. So what you basically can do, you can come over to cell A1, and I went over here to this page and I basically copied the URL up at the top, you know, where you type in the website. I just click copy. I come back over to my HTML sheet here, and I'm going to do the equal sign, and I'm going to type in the word import. And notice it gives us a few different options here, and you can use any one of these here, but specifically for today's episode, we're going to use the import HTML. I'm just basically going to import data from the table. Once you click that, you're going to open brackets, and then you're going to open parentheses, and then in the middle of there, you're going to Control V or paste the URL in there. You come outside of the quotations there, you do a comma, and then we're going to say it's a table. And once we do that, we have the equal sign, not equal sign, but the exclamation mark, and then another comma, then the number, we can do number 1 if we want to. Now, for the purpose of this episode, I went ahead and got the information from here, so we can go ahead and see what kind of value it's going to return for us. And as you can see at the top, the URL is going to be whatever follows the HTTPS in the first set of quotations. The second set is going to be our query, which is going to be, remember, it's going to be a table, or it is going to be your other option for a list, depending on how the data is structured. And then we just select the number 4 there, and we can try some other numbers to see what they would do, but this is basically it. Once you get that, you have the information here. If you want to do another web page, you can also import that data there as well too. Now, from the other episodes that I've helped you look up, we talked about the VLOOKUP tool, and we also talked about the color conditional formatting, so you can see on your own record to test your knowledge on that. You can see if you can VLOOK up some information here and do a color formatting tool on there. And that wraps it up for today's episode of the import HTML functionality and being able to pull data into Excel or Google Sheets. Thank you for tuning in. Like, listen, and subscribe to blackmantle.com, and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well.